Hi, I'm Dave Ricketts of the rugby team. You're watching Queen's TV.
Hey, we're here with Johsa Manzanilla, our rector. Johsa, thanks for hanging out with us. Cool. So for the people who don't know, what does the position of the rector, what does it do?
Well, the position is essentially the third officer of the university. So in descending order, it's the chancellor, which is in charge, or the chancellor who's currently Charles Bailey, who is the former CEO and president of TD Canada Trust. Essentially what the chancellor does is more of a liaison with the external Queen's community, such as the alumni, or communities such as the business community, the Kingston community, essentially larger communities that would potentially have an effect on Queen's itself. Then there's the Principal Karen Hitchcock. She's in charge of the administration of the university, so essentially all the VPs, the vice principals, the deans, the professors, and so on, the staff. And then the rector, who is supposed to represent students. So in terms of representation, I don't run the students per se, but I'm supposed to represent students to the administration and communicate student needs to them.
Then how do you go about doing that, getting what students think to be represented?
Well, my job is twofold, or threefold if you count my ceremonial duties, which is essentially going to alumni events, hanging out with delegates from other universities when they come to Queen's, giving them tours. So that's my ceremony. Oh, and as well as attending convocation and presiding over it, giving out degrees. That's my ceremonial side. But my main two sides of my my job are to represent students to the administration and to find out the needs of students. So one, I have to go to all the committees and understand and get a feel of what the administration wants and needs and wants to understand about students. And once I have an idea of what the administration is looking for, I also likewise go to the student assemblies, all the student councils and member assemblies. I also try to attend as many events as possible that are hosted by different groups on campus, and any lobbying groups, student activist groups that feel like student government isn't necessarily representing them, then I take their concerns and I also try to gauge what the overall student perspective is, and then that's what I take the administration.
So what's sort of the number one issue on students' minds that you're sort of engaging with the administration with right now?
Right now? It would probably be the code of conduct. It's been a hot topic. As rector, I don't sit on Senate necessarily, but I am an observer being ex officio. But as rector, I also get to sit on different committees that have specific student concerns. So one of them is SONAD, which is the Senate Subcommittee on Non-Academic Discipline. And what we've been working on since at least 2-3 years, has been putting together a draft code of conduct. I'm not sure if students would remember this, but the welcoming ceremony, the rector swears them in to abide by the code of conduct, which is actually only a one-page document currently. So for about 2 years, they've been working on lengthening the code of conduct, making it more specific and more appropriate to student needs. So right now, there's a lot of talk about it, and it'll be taken in November to be discussed and then voted on in the new year.